Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to another tier list video, where today we're doing a US state flag tier list. Now, if you don't know, I am American. Native South Korean, adopted into America when I was 6 months old. I've been living here for my life since then. And I like maps, I like history, and I can get behind flags, but there are some flags that have to be discussed. Now, since even I don't know what all the flags are, I have to grab a list of them from another source. It would help if our flags were a bit more distinct. Now then, I think the first one we have up here is Rhode Island. Yeah, that is a Rhode Island flag. And now I can appreciate it. It's different compared to everything I'm seeing down here. It's different. It's honestly probably pretty easy to draw. I wouldn't know if you guys want to see me try and do drawing flags from memory in the future. Let me know, and I will do that for you. But we have Rhode Island in a nice solid A tier. We have Idaho here, D tier. Honestly, let's just get all this out of the way here. All of these flags, they're so bad. They all need to be redesigned. It's just a blue background with some words or a symbol on it, like a dark blue background. It is the same thing in all of these states. I don't even really think I need to list all of them. And now let's actually get into some more interesting flags here, shall we? Alaska. I like Alaska's flag with the Big Dipper. I think I like it more than Rhode Island. I would appreciate it if they didn't do the whole dark blue background that what do we have here? Over a third of all American states use. Like, the fact that you want to do that is just insane. Next up is Wyoming. The state doesn't exist, but if it did, their flag looks pretty cool. Not only is it in the shape of their state, it has a bison on it, which is a very prominent animal in the history of Yellowstone and just the Great Plains area in general. Next up, I believe this one is Alabama. They just ripped off the Florida flag, and while we're here, I also don't think the Florida flag is very good. It's just a cross on it, but the Florida flag has an emblem on it, so it's not particularly good. Also, while we are here, I'm just gonna do this. D plus. This is for the states that do essentially the same thing as our D tier states, but just slightly different. Now I can go over all of these. So Delaware and South Dakota have a much lighter blue than seen in any of these. Delaware is almost approaching on green. Oklahoma, I just like the emblem more than in any of these. And then what? What is that? Which state is that? Which state has it in the corner? It's okay, it's Nevada. Nevada has it in the corner, which is at least technically different having it in the direct center. And then we got a bird on here, which is and just an emblem. Even the ones down here that have bird emblem. Like, what are you three doing here? Let's move on to Arizona, and now I love Arizona's flag. I think it's a very good flag. It looks cool. It makes a bit of sense with, a rising sun technically. And I just think it's a very good flag overall. Arkansas. They have a little bit of a Confederacy, thing to them. And so I think for that reason we can't really give it higher than C tier. Let's move on. I think that's Indiana. It's Indiana or Illinois. Yeah, it's Indiana here. I like the Indiana flag. It's it's pretty cool to look at, honestly. It'd be a pretty simple one to draw, and then it's just got a bunch of stars on it. If you remove the whole center of it, it's an EU flag, which is pretty funny. So, another nice A tier flag for American flags. Iowa. Gonna have to give it a C tier. It's not even Louisiana. It can't use that French background. Ah, yes, Maryland. Maryland, okay, let's get the two out of the way. The big kahunas. Maryland is very unique. It's got, I don't even know, it's got that weird, freaky cross, great, and it's got the weird checkerboard pattern. And then also, obviously, the Ohio flag, which just gets an obligatory S tier for not being a quadrilateral. It's got what, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a pentagon. Like, there are only like 3 states or like 3 things in the world today that do not have a quadrilateral flag. Going even further, there are like only half a dozen states that don't have a rectangular flag. Switzerland and Vatican have square flags, but those are still quadrilaterals. Like, the fact that Ohio is one of only like 3 places in the whole world that doesn't use 4 sides on their flag is insane. I see Hawaii down here, and I get what they were doing, trying to appease both America and Britain, but one, the British watermark is ugly. Two, the rest of the flag is ugly. What, New Mexico? I like the New Mexico flag. Arizona and New Mexico both have very good flags, and same with Colorado. That whole area down there has actually pretty solid flags. California. They aren't even really known for bears. I don't get why they chose to put the bear on the state. And then in a similar vein, Washington. I know it's named after the guy, but like he never set foot over there in the first place, so I put him on the state, on the flag. Now then, we have DC here, and DC is a pretty good one. I'd say I'm pretty sure it looks a lot like the Chicago flag, which is pretty weird, but that's not much to hold it against. North Carolina. It's We'll put North Carolina and Texas together because they're both about the same. I mean, they're very similar. It's pretty alright. They're very simple. Well, Texas is simple to draw. North Carolina's is not. Literally, North Carolina just stole Texas's flag and put yellow on it. And so I think for that reason, you have to do Texas above North Carolina. Or it's the opposite way. Texas stole North Carolina and removed all the yellow. But either way, Texas is simpler. Texas gets B tier. Louisiana's new flag, right? That's Louisiana. They had that flag referendum. No. Louisiana was the Pelican. Okay. It's Mississippi. I knew it was down in the area. So Mississippi's flag is very nice to look at. Honestly, I have no problems with it. What's that? What is that? Massachusetts? That's the Massachusetts flag? Okay. Massachusetts and Illinois both get that D plus tier. Also Minnesota and New Jersey, they all get that D plus tier because again, they just do that whole one color background and then slap an emblem right on the middle. The reason they're here, actually Minnesota can go down in D tier. That's pretty similar. That's a pretty similar blue to the rest. We've got a grand total. All right, let's start with Georgia. We have Georgia, and Georgia, I think, is going to get a B tier. It is inspired by the American flag, and, or, well, looks to be inspired by the American flag. I'm pretty sure this one is Tennessee. And honestly, I don't really have any quarrels with the Georgian flag. I don't have many quarrels with most of these B tier flags. Just doesn't really make any sense to me, personally. I said that was Tennessee, so let's actually check. Let's make sure. I'm losing my mind here. This is so slow. I don't get why it's being so slow right now. Yeah, it is Tennessee and Missouri. So let's get those two out of the way. South Carolina as well, we have there. Okay, Tennessee, I think we can put up in a A tier. Honestly, looks pretty good. South Carolina is also a pretty aesthetically pleasing one, which can get another A tier. Then what? Missouri, we have. Uh, we can put that in high B tier. Honestly, it's got Lord. I think it's. I think I'm pretty sure they're actually both the same. Dutch and Luxembourg. Luxembourg is just lighter, like a lighter color than the Netherlands. So it's got that behind it as a background, to which I don't know why they have that as their background. I mean, I'm down. And what state do we have left here? I'm gonna make some changes to the tier list though. So the last state we have here is West Virginia, and looking at it more, it also just kind of falls into the D plus tier. It also unfortunately has just a basic background with an emblem on it. Which I mean, I guess you could say for some of these like Washington, but Washington uses such a strong green color that I think they deserve to escape. Now then, let's make some final changes here. So after about a minute of thinking, this is my final tier list. Honestly, the rankings within the tiers can change depending on my mood at the time. Especially in S tier, I think all four of those flags are phenomenal. I really like all four of them. They're very pleasant. And so, you know what, with that being said, guys, I hope you all enjoyed, and of course, have a good day.